Cop approaches him, begins questioning him. He actually complies for quite a while, like 10 minutes. Then just take off running. And yo, this dude is fat. My question was this, yo, where are you going? You from here, bruh. You famous. Like, or infamous, what everybody knows you is the point, okay? Marcus Vick, younger brother of Michael Vick. And say what you want about older brother Michael. He played in the NFL over a span of 15 whole years. And in the middle of that, he had to leave, do some time, came back. But we talking about playing in the NFL 15 years. His career wasn't what it could have been, but still a pretty damn good career. Now, Michael Vick had to change who he is in order to still be, I guess, a part of society today. And I'll be the first one to admit, I am not a fan of the overly PC, no original opinion having Michael Vick that we have today. But I gotta get a man credit for growth. It was 1000% necessary. And just because I don't necessarily love what he grew into, yo, he grew. Now, when we look at Michael's younger brother, Marcus, he basically has made no growth to this point. Some would even say he's regressed over time, man. He's 33 years old today. I personally believe that a form of growth is essential for every man. You gotta grow to a point where you can protect and provide for your family. That's just in a man's DNA. Whatever you think the best way to get that done, make that happen. That's why I ain't mad at Mike. Unfortunately, Marcus could never really get it together, man. And today we're gonna take a look at kind of the rise and the fall of Marcus Vick.
Yeah, you'll never know quitter, 'cause I'ma go get her.
Alright, now before we jump into the video, I want to give a quick shout out to today's video sponsor, SeatGeek. SeatGeek is an app that has access to tickets from all over the internet. And they give that access to you right at your fingertips, making buying simple. They put a score of 1 to 100 on each ticket, letting you know the quality of the deal that you get. One of the doper features is you can preview the view from any seat that you may be selecting. That way you already know what it's going to look like before you even get there. So if you plan on attending any game, click the link in the description, download the app, and make sure you use my code FlemLo for $20 off your first purchase. Marcus Vick grew up in project housing in Newport News, Virginia. His mom, Brenda Vick, worked multiple jobs, but you know how that goes, man. A lot of jobs are kind of designed just to keep you going and running, just to keep coming to that job. They literally pay just enough for you to scrape by, and that just becomes a never-ending cycle. So Marcus and his family definitely grew up relatively poor. Vick's dad, Michael Bodie, married his mom, Brenda, when Marcus was only 2 years old. But all the kids ended up deciding to keep Brenda's last name of Vick, and they did eventually make it famous. Marcus, his older brother Michael, and other siblings grew up like a lot of inner city kids, around a lot of crime. In those situations, the most seemingly successful people that you see are the criminals. It's the people with the regular jobs that are struggling. And I think it just creates like a way of thinking and just a certain set of habits and a certain set of behaviors that become very difficult to break out of later in life. Fortunately, like his older brother Michael, Marcus was extremely talented and gifted athletic. This gave him a ton of opportunity. Unfortunately, as you'll find out as the story goes on, he was unable to fully take advantage of. Marcus attended Warwick High School from 1998 to 2001. And he was coached by Tommy Reeman, a coach that played pro ball and helped coach up his cousin Aaron Brooks and obviously his older brother Mike. With Marcus's athletic ability and his coach's guidance, he was able to secure scholarship offers from multiple schools: NC State, Virginia, Tennessee, Miami. But ultimately, Marcus decided to go in his brother's footsteps and attend Virginia Tech. So fans was amped to get another Vick in their football program, but it didn't really go according to what most people had hoped for. Marcus redshirted as a freshman, which so did Michael, by the way. But during his redshirt freshman season, 2003, Marcus got an opportunity to show some of his ability. He played in a total of 7 games, splitting time at QB, and also played a little bit of receiver. So he ended up completing 30 of 57 passes for 475 yards, throwing for 2 touchdowns. He also rushed for 102 yards and caught 4 passes for 82 yards. Not like mind-blowing numbers, but he definitely had enough there to build on for the next season. Unfortunately, the next season would literally never come. Not for Marcus anyway. January 2004, he was arrested and charged with having sex with an underage girl and providing alcohol to 3 minors. Now, one of the minors did testify in court under oath on the stand that they lied about their age, saying that they were 18 when it was really 15. All the sexual misconduct charges were eventually dropped, but Marcus was still charged with providing alcohol to minors, got a 30-day sentence and a fine. They appealed the sentence and ended up not doing any time for that. Paid a very small fine, community service. Alright, that situation sucks, but then later that year, still before the season even started, during the summer, Marcus now gets charged with reckless driving and possession of marijuana. He honestly kind of twisted Virginia Tech's arm and they ended up suspending him for the 2004 fall semester from the school completely, so obviously he can't play football. And even though he couldn't play, they still said that he would lose a year eligibility. So Marcus was eventually reinstated. He came into the 2005 season as a 3rd string quarterback, or at least that's what the depth chart said, but before spring training was over, he was the starter, man. Dude was just hella talented. He had a damn good year in 2005, man. He threw for 2,400 yards, 17 touchdowns, and he was completing 60% of his passes. Also ran for 380 yards and another 6 TDs on the ground. Despite having a great year, bro, Marcus just continued to do ill-advised, just dumb stuff. And every time he did it, it made him look bad, hurt his draft stock, and unnecessarily piss people off. Because pissing people off is one thing. If you feel like you're doing the right thing and people get pissed off, hell with them. But if you're just doing dumb stuff, it's like, come on, man. Why? What's the purpose of it? Examples. October 1st, 2005, flips the bird to the crowd at West Virginia. Unnecessary. However, he did lead Virginia Tech to 11-2 and made it to the Gator Bowl. But then during the Gator Bowl, this happened.
Back for Virginia Tech. Marcus Vick, though, watch this play. This is when things got ugly right here. He steps on Elvis Dumerville's knee.
Now, the ref actually says he completely missed this. None of the refs seem to catch. But this was plastered all over every TV screen, bro. Like, I remember seeing this like 100 times. And it made him look like a complete head case. And it was put on display for everybody to see, including people that's going to be making decisions on your future. You know what I'm saying? Like, usually when I do these, bro, I try to find ones that have like a redeeming quality and things like that, but this one was highly requested and I really don't see anything that's, I mean, I could speculate, but I don't see any evidence. Like, I usually take like a little piece of evidence and then kind of roll with that, but I don't see any evidence as to what is Marcus's exact issue. I mean, clearly he got some issues, man, but I really don't know exactly, you know, what to point to, because you can point to a lot of stuff, but then when you contrast it to, you know, what Mike's doing today, then it's just different. I mean, I'm just looking at that situation, bro. Dumerville land on the ground, man. He stomped on the back of his knee, bro. Like, what if this dude get seriously injured, man? He about to go into the NFL. This is his last game, bro. Like, do you even understand like the magnitude of like? Anyway, following that, January 6, 2006, Virginia Tech just completely bans Marcus from the school altogether. They basically said due to just his collection of infractions that he stacked up over his short time there, you know, they felt like that was grounds to kick him out of school, man. I can't argue with him, bro. He only ended up playing 24 games, and I'm sure he was hurt, probably embarrassed, you know, all that by the situation. But the statement that he made was one where he's kind of trying to act like nothing's wrong. Here's what he said. It's not a big deal. I just move on to the next level, baby. And he probably get like a... He was tripping, bro. Let me tell you about this one exceptional week, right? Check this week out. January 6, 2006, the day we just talked about, right? Gets dismissed from the team, says, no big deal, I'm moving to the next level. Next day, January 7, 2006, he declares for the NFL draft. Cool. 2 days later, right? January 9, 2006, he is charged with pulling a gun on a dude in a McDonald's parking lot. Dude was 17. Like, one thing about Marcus that I will say, every time something go down, he always hanging around these super young ass people, bro. You gotta run in some circles with some people your age at least, man. Damn. Apparently his girl at the time got into some type of verbal altercation and, you know, he pulls a gun. You feel me? It's just, he told the judge the gun was really a BlackBerry and that the people was just trying to set him up, which is possible, but I don't believe that shit. For 1 second, I don't believe that. It's always concerning when people have like a pattern of getting in trouble. You feel me? But when cats get in have a pattern and get in trouble like months before the draft, it's just I mean, I'm sure a red flag go up for every NFL team, which is why Marcus, who was seen by some people as probably a 3rd round pick, you know what I'm saying, just due to his athletic ability alone. You know what I'm saying? He was seen as a project, but he could have been a decent quarterback prospect, a decent wide receiver prospect. He's raw in kind of both, but he was decent. Hey, he wasn't trash at quarterback. Like I think the perception is that this dude, man, go watch some of this dude's stuff, man. This dude was pretty decent at quarterback, bro. Anyway, went undrafted, got signed on a free agent deal by the Dolphins. Then they did a bunch of finagling and stuff. He ended up on the practice squad. Week 7, though, in the 2006 NFL season, he got promoted from practice squad back to the active roster. He was the 3rd string emergency quarterback. Literally a month later, he gets a civil case brought against him for something that supposedly happened like 2 years before that. You feel me? Oh, he on the roster now. Boom. Let me get that. And he did eventually end up settling for that case, and based on the accusations, it is very likely just due to his track record. So whether he did it or not, I'm sure him and his lawyer was like, we just gotta pay. You feel me? He got accused by a 17-year-old girl at the time that she accused him, that when she was 15, he was 20, sex, underage girl. Same patterns, bro. Finally, got a Christmas gift. December 25th, 2016, plays in his first NFL game. Does not record any stats though. Only game he played in after the season, did not get re-signed. So after all that, played 1 game in the NFL. No stats. This is that point where he kind of gets his stuff together, you know, and starts to go into some type of business or make some shake, or at least just kick back, stay out of trouble. Nope, unfortunately not. Let's run down the post-NFL list. 2008, officer approaches a car, couple in the car arguing. Of course, person driving, Marcus Vick, arguing with his girl. Cop comes up to the window, hit the gas, pulls off. Got caught, got charged, got out. That's how this goes. 2009, arrested again, violation of parole. Caught, charged, released eventually. 2013, 5 days in jail for failing to provide court-ordered documents regarding his finances. Also 2013, like later that year, arrested again, DUI. 2016, he's in his hometown, man, Newport News, Virginia. Cop approaches him, begins questioning him. He actually complies for quite a while, like 10 minutes. Then just take off running. And yo, this dude is fat. My question was this, yo, where are you going? You're from here, bruh. You're famous, like, or infamous, where everybody knows you is the point, okay? Where are you gonna go? I think he figured it out. He just sit down and gave up. Caught, arrested, released. Later that same year, man, October now, 2016, arrested again. The neighbors call, strong marijuana smell. Police investigate. One of the guys there, Marcus Vick. It's one of them situations where this man clearly got some issues. He clearly needs some help. I can't really pin down exactly what this is. You know what I'm saying? I'm sure, bro, that his brother Michael Vick has tried to get him some help, but you gotta want to help yourself. You know what I'm saying? Marcus Vick, 30-year-old man. And I don't know if it's one of those situations where he keeps kind of getting off light. There's other situations, man. He came out at one point saying LaShawn McCoy gave his baby mama herpes. He was tweeting crazy stuff about Michael Vick's teammates when Vick was just trying to like get along, you know what I'm saying? It's one of them things where he just unbelievably immature. I mean, I hope the dude can grow up. I think there's something underlying there. I mean, it's gotta be, bro. He's been having the same pattern for so long. You feel me? But I don't know. Y'all let me know, what do y'all think it is? What do you think this man's deal is? Why is he behaving this way? And can this be fixed, or is it too late? You know what I'm saying? Let me know in the comment section what y'all think. If you enjoyed this video, don't forget, bruh, click thumbs up button. Don't forget to share the video and subscribe if you're brand new. I'm gonna holler at you next time. FlemLo Raps. Wow.
Yeah.